Hi everyone, I'm your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. As you can see what this video is going to be about, and let me just say this before I jump into my opinion, reaction, and commentary about this topic. I do not listen to YNW Melly's music. Not to say it's good or bad or whatever, but I just don't. I'm interested in certain kind of music or whatever, and it's just not for me. But what struck me is this tweet I came across, and I have not been following his case as well, legal case, but this tweet really disturbed me. So I was like, let me dig more into this. And also, let me just be clear, like this video, share this video, drop a comment in the comment section. And those who are digitally passing by, go ahead and smash that subscription button and hit that notification bell. So everyone, all of you guys can be in tune with the content I drop on my channel by smashing that notification bell. And just listen to this video from beginning to end. Listen to the video from beginning to end. I won't keep you all long. And just to issue a disclaimer, I am not an attorney. I do not practice law, but I do have a legal background and a plethora of other accolades, so to speak. But from a personal level and professional level. So nothing but my commentary and reaction. Again, this disturbed me greatly, and it should be disturbing you all, especially if you're from the melanated community. A judge lowered the threshold for a D sentence should YNW Melly be convicted by granting a motion to allow juries to recommend a D sentence with an 8-4 vote instead of a unanimous vote. This is definitely disturbing. Again, melanated people, when laws and rules are adjusted and removed and changed, hence like with the Bill Cosby, this look back window rule or whatever, they're allowing in the state of California, which is a Democratic state. That way it's opening the door for a plethora of civil suits for assault cases. That's all they're doing. They're opening the floodgates for stuff like that. But look who these type of rules and laws are being really applied and hammered down on. Look at it. Just look at it. Let that sit right there. And if you check out going over to my video section of my channel, I've done a plethora of reaction, commentary, and opinion videos on a variety of cases from celebrities to non-celebrities. And head on over to my community section and vote. I have some polls going on there. Vote. But this goes back to when I was speaking about, even in my last video, about judges, when they preside over cases. They are like the referee. It's just like, think about football, think about basketball. If you're into sports, you have a ref. Think about boxing, soccer, all of that. So the referee could possibly influence the outcome of a win or a loss, and unfortunately in a court of law, there are winners and there are losers. And when prosecutors, who are attorneys, are officers of the court, and they're in that same courtroom and county with that particular judge, you don't think that they all have relationships? And a judge's duty is to be fair and balanced, and the prosecutors too as well. But do you really think they're fair? Especially some of these judges? That's why it's very important to vet these judges before you go to the polls and vote. Some of the judges, most of them are elected. From the federal level, they're appointed. But in this instance, this is a circuit court judge, from my understanding. I believe this judge was elected, but I'll have to do more digging. So this is important to me. So I said, you know what? I haven't been following this. I don't know what he's alleged of doing or whatever, but let me go ahead and do some more digging. And also I came across this other tweet because people were commenting, and I agree. Check this out. This is outrageous. Allowing a non-unanimous vote for a D sentence is a severe miscarriage of justice. YNW Melly deserves a fair trial without such bias and unfair rules in place. And I totally agree. Someone tweeted this under that particular post, and I totally agree with this. So I said, let me do more digging. So I came across this. I said, let me go ahead and go to Google. This is what Google states. Broward Circuit Judge John Murphy granted the state prosecutor's motion to follow a new law that allows juries to recommend D sentence with an 8-4 vote instead of a unanimous vote. I'm like, what? Like, why would... Is this the prosecutor's judge? It seems like he's playing on the prosecutor's team. Again, would constitute YNW Melly having an unfair court process at this level, what that person just tweeted about. This Twitter person. I totally agree. He or she, whoever it is. I totally agree. You're setting it up for the prosecutor to have a favorable outcome in the event Jamil Maurice Demons is, and that's his government name, Jamil Maurice Demons, is convicted. That's just not fair. So let me go ahead and share my screen. MiamiHerald.com, online media news. You can head on. I'm just going to read some excerpts. Life or D, fate of M on my mind. Rapper rests with the number 8, judge rules. This was just posted, I think, June 2nd. Rapper YNW Melly's M trial is expected to start the week of the 20th of June. But before the juror has been picked, a judge on Friday lowered the threshold for a D sentence should he be convicted. Wow. I wonder, is this the prosecutor's judge? I say that facetiously. Yes, I do. I'm being sarcastic because these judges be in cahoots sometimes. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, based off of some of this information that I've been reviewing and this and that, and just knowing how they know each other when they're in the same courtroom. You got judges who be on the bench for about 14 years. So you mean to tell me they don't know these these state prosecutors? They don't have relationships with them in a formal manner? You know, probably not buddy, but hey, they know of, they take care of one another, possibly. Just go into a courtroom and sit back and just watch everything, even before court starts, how they interact with one another, and then stick around afterwards, how they interact with one another. We are the taxpayers. They work for us. We can go to court and sit there. You can watch and observe. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not against the law. Okay. Broward Circuit Judge John Murphy granted the state prosecutor's motion to follow a new law that allows juries to recommend a D sentence with a 8-4 instead of a unanimous vote. The push to reduce Florida's D penalty threshold was inspired by the convicted Parkland, look, think about these terms, inspired by the convicted Parkland school as the person who shot up that school not getting the D penalty due to a split jury. So in that case, and that's a non-melanated case. So the Parkland S, he was non-melanated. The juries couldn't decide unanimously if he should get the D penalty. So basically, he didn't get the D penalty. So, let's create this new rule. And who's the first person we're going to implement this on? Oh, a melanated person. YNW Melly. I wondered his attorneys fight against this. If not, they're bogus. And that's grounds for ineffective counsel. I wanted that's why it's good to have a good attorney with experience and who will really advocate for you and know the law and will file whatever type of motions according to, of course, the procedures and rules. And those who know the law, a good attorney, will know how to navigate that process effectively and efficiently. So shame on them if they didn't fight this. Again, I might have to do a breakdown of the judge and Jamil Maurice Demons, his attorney. Team of attorneys. I wonder who they are, because if they didn't object to this, that's not fair. Something is wrong. But yeah, this is definitely outrageous, and I agree with that person on the Twitter. What are your thoughts? Like this video, share this video. This is very critical, you guys. Although this country has always been like this, the law was not designed for us. It was not for the melanated people. It wasn't. Let's just keep it real. That was in the Constitution. We were not even considered as human beings, I guess, something like that. So, but what are your thoughts? You see how they move the goalposts, and this is why I am so concerned when it comes to the Mr. R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Tory Lanez, and even those who are non-celebrities when they're in this space. Take your emotions out for a second, because this could be you, your relative, a close friend. This could be them. This could definitely be them. And then what? When cases like this is being used on a macro level, a high level, even for a celebrity, they might not be your fave or this and that, but think about the letter of the law. They apply the letter of the law, seem like, in my opinion, fairly across the board to their own. So it's like, and they might throw in some injustice here and there with some non-melanated people to make it look like, oh, we're not being biased, we're not being, racist or whatever the case may be. Here's a situation with a non-melanated person of a different culture, and this is what happened, and there may be some questionable ethical things that took place with the prosecutors or the judge and this and that. So that was unfair through the judicial system. So, but that rarely, it's not like that happens a lot, because the system was actually, in my opinion, designed for them. So what are your thoughts? Take your emotions out the picture and look at the law. Look at the fairness. Look at the prosecutorial procedures, how cases supposed to be prosecuted. Judges are like referees. They referee the case. There are some wins and losers, and a judge could make a decision with allowing evidence, not allowing evidence, which shift probably a juror's opinion, you know? So that's very important. That's why I say do your due diligence. If you're going to participate in the voting process, do your due diligence and search and see who that judge is affiliated with, how long he or she been practicing law, what law firm they worked at, all of that. Do they advocate for their clients? Google some articles, read the reviews. Read the reviews. I know anybody can write a review, but some of those reviews, when it comes to legal against judges and attorneys, I'm more inclined to think if someone gave a review on an attorney or a judge, that's real, especially if it's negative. It's real because it affected their lives. So you have to think about that. That's why we have the internet, social media. This is the information age. Use these search engines and do as much research as possible you can on the judge and the attorney. You know, see how if was the judge a prosecutor in that county before. Some of this can make or break situations. You could possibly ask for a new judge with what information you uncover. Be like, no, let your attorney know. Then also ask the attorney, hey, do you know this judge? How does he rule? How long you been in this county? Not the prosecutors. Ask the your attorney about that particular judge, and ask your attorney, are they familiar with the prosecutors, how they are on certain cases. So you want to probe your attorney who you're hiring, who's working for you. You want to do that. Gather all your information to make the best decision possible, and they work for you. They work for you. Let them know, like, hey, are you going to advocate for me? I'm paying you. Of course, act ethically in legal fashion when they're defending you, of course. But you need them to do everything. Turn over every stone, exhaust every option legally to give you a strong case in your favor so you can have a good outcome, whether it be civil or criminal. Good outcome means that you take the win, that you're not impacted. So yeah, there you have it. Like, share, subscribe to the mix. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Drop a comment. Again, pay attention. I will keep you all updated on a breakdown of the judge in this case, and then I'm going to try to do some research on his attorneys as well to see their background and all of that. So like, share, subscribe to the mix. Like, share, subscribe. Stay woke. Keep your head on a swivel, people. This country, this judicial system, wow, it's getting out of hand. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye.